Oh, this was such a sweet little episode of Danna ga Nani. So, our couple is trying to figure out the best way to be a better wife and a better husband for their upcoming child in a couple of months. And so, very sweet. Like, this episode, it goes to show you the bonds between these characters and also kind of how they try to change themselves for the better. And you can actually really get some real life tips from this episode of Danna ga Nani. Like, when he had to the husband, he was saying, like, before I met my wife and all that, like, I used to think of nothing but myself. Like, I never thought of wanting to be a better husband or nothing like that. And then when he became, you know, a husband, he started thinking about his wife, trying to make it to where he can have her love him even more. And so we come to find out the reason why he kept giving her manga was because he was trying to let her understand him as a person. And that really correlates with the title of the series, I Can't Understand What My Husband Is Saying. And so to see that, it just correlates with how the husband, you know, wanted to give her manga just to have it to where she can understand him and then love him. And then also he was doing his best to try to love her and try to change for her and be a better husband for the child and her in general. And then she also was trying to be a better wife the way she was acting, try to understand his viewpoint of where he was coming from. So, I mean, it was a very sweet episode. They give you some life lessons, actually, you can pull from this episode. And it's quite shocking from a little anime short. I mean, usually anime shorts are just there for comedy gags and smiles, but Danna ga Nani has been something that's been very different from the average anime short. It actually gives you some lessons you can learn from and actually use in your life, especially with, you know, how this couple is interacting with each other throughout this entire series. Oh yeah, I also noticed that baby steps reference. Like, I don't know how many of you actually noticed that, but there was a baby steps reference in this episode of Danna ga Nani. And right at the beginning, when you saw, like, the notepad, like, it was called baby skip, like baby skip or something, that was actually a reference to baby steps, because, you know, they were talking about sports manga. So yeah, baby steps, badass manga series, badass anime series. I love the fucking series so much, but I was glad to see something like that getting a reference in Danna ga Nani. But that's about it when it comes to this episode. Very sweet, very simple, straight to the point, and adorable. It's a very adorable episode, and that's all we ask for when we're watching Danna ga Nani. How do you feel about, you know, the couple interacting with each other, of how, you know, they were trying to understand each other? How do you feel about that? Let me know in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.